bobble, because nothing can be done with hair like this. Hair must go off face. I'm wearing a dark coloured jumper for the purpose. I don't know how far we'll get. We'll see. But in theory, today we declutter. We declutter this is one basket. One basket. And obviously they'll be all over the house. But I just want to make a start. I need to start, is the thing. I also feel like, while we're here, maybe let's do some eye patches. Let's do some eye patches at the same time. Hi, Josie. Right, you're going to help me. And this is how you're going to help me. In the world of ADHD, we call this body doubling. I have been putting this off for months because it's overwhelming. I think part of the problem. Ooh, Australia. Peggy, that's a lot more interesting than Doncaster. I've been putting this off partially because of the idea of filming and editing it. It's going to be so much, and I don't have to edit between every single swatch I do, and it all feels a little bit overwhelming. So we're not going to do that at all. What I'm going to do instead is a live. She's alive. I'm going to do a live swatchathon, we could call this. We'll see how far I get. I've got next to me a wet towel, some cleanser. I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I've got this is my makeup graveyard, which actually is not too bad. Also, one person did say they wondered whether or not I'd put the NARS blush that I've lost in here. I haven't. I still haven't found it. But we will, because once I've done this, the next step is to fully organize this room, because I've just got baskets and boxes and stuff everywhere. I need a major declutter. I really want to start 2025 in a totally different physical space in order to start, in a different headspace. And this is all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Oh, Siobhan, it's my husband's birthday today. Happy birthday. All the best people were born today. Happy birthday, Siobhan. Also, Josie, cleaning. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Let's clean along together. I'm going to whack on a bit of hydrating something, because there's going to be a lot of swatches and it's probably going to happen on my face. Also, my lips are already so dry, so I'm not looking forward. I might just, maybe I should have been wearing like a strappy top, but it's cold. So, okay, where to begin? I'm just going to start in this box, which, I found another one of these that I talked about in last week's favourite. What is this one? Oh, this is the one I was talking about. It's called Devotion. I think it's Dolce & Gabbana. And Gabbana. Who am I? To me, it kind of smells like Play-Doh. I think it's the rum note in it that is like a heavy alcohol. And to me, it just smells kind of salty. I don't know. I don't massively dislike it, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. And that's why I really like these. I think I am going to sign up to one of these again in the new year. I did make a scent that I absolutely loved, but we can't blend it together. The iPads I'm wearing are the Pixie Dreamy Eye, which were sent to me, full disclosure. I did make a fragrance that I really liked, but we cannot make it work as a perfume in the correct quantities, for safety and everything. So I'm going to make it into a candle. It's a tobacco and vanilla that is absolutely fantastic. In truth, I'm going to wear it because it's just me, but we can't sell it. So I am still on the hunt for a perfume that is exactly like that or similar. Or I really do think, we're going off track already, but I really do think I might try, if we can get ourselves together enough, if we make enough money over Christmas, we may invest in actually working with a perfumer to make something good next year. Anyway, I know just at a glance, I've got some things in here that are going straight in the makeup graveyard. One of those things is this. Do you remember this? Urban Decay Pocket Rocket. The shade is Julio. Rub me for your pheromone fix. So in theory, if you rub the back of this, I don't think it smells of anything, but this was so over time. So over time. Let me put a light on. Woo! That was a bit much of a light. Hang on. Bit less of a light, medium light, better light. Right, does anyone remember these? Do you remember it, like? How fun! How fun. I don't know why he's holding a child. Topless. I'm just in his boxers. That's a bit weird, isn't it? And I think the child loses their clothes. Yeah, that's weird, actually. That's super weird. That's going in the graveyard, without a doubt. I also have in here a heather shimmer. I think I got this from my grandma's house when we were packing up all of her things. I think I found it in there. And so double whammy. That's going in the makeup graveyard. Anything else in here that is just too old to be kept, but has to be kept? No, I don't think so. Right, okay. Well, in that case, I will start separating things out. I've actually got a lot of stuff in here that falls under the category. There was a moment where I was absolutely obsessively buying these colours of lip glosses. This kind of like milky, nudie lip gloss. Don't get me wrong, love, big fan. But I think I had an idea that I was going to make a video that I never made on trying to find something similar to the, where it is, Christian Dior lip maximizer. And I just never did. I just continued to use them all in rotation. Oh, we've got another one. And I don't really need to keep them all now because, as previously discussed, although I am making beauty content, here we are, I don't want to be buying things specifically for that, and I don't want to be kind of like forcing something. I just want to I want it to be a little bit more organic, the way that we do things in the future. So I'm not going to hold on to those things for potential videos. This is going to be hard though, because this is my favorite category of lip. Oh, this is why I didn't want to do this, because it's so difficult. Right, I'm going to be quick with some of these. I've got a Create Your Own, do you remember them? And an e.l.f. lip plumping gloss. These are nice, but there are other ones I prefer. I have, oh, this is really, I had this from way back. I think it still smells okay. Okay, this is the Fenty Glossy Balm. I'm going to keep this because there's nothing wrong with it. There's no reason not to keep it. Although that's going to be how I feel about everything. I have another tiny Fenty Glossy Balm that came in a Christmas set. Part of me wants to keep this just because it's a handy size. Not doing well so far. I also have 2 lifter glosses from Maybelline. One is in stone, I think. Yeah, one is in stone and one is in ice. Let me swatch these. Ice was the one that I thought, oh, this is going to be just like the whatever it's called. Do you know what? I might get rid of the stone one. It's got a little bit too much colour. And yeah, okay, I'm going to get rid of that one. See, I'm doing it. I am. But I'm going to keep the ice one because you just can never have enough slightly almost clear lip things. I've also got these 2, one of which I think maybe both of them are not available anymore. These were like lip maximizers. Outrageous Effect Volume and Outrageous Intense. I kind of want to keep these. Specifically this one. I know I got this one in Paris. I never use them, and I don't particularly like really like hardcore, very, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The ones that tingle and plump your lips. I am not so much a lip plumpy person. I do really like overlining my lips because I have no colour to my lips, is the thing. Oh, I do like that though. But are they all just the same? I mean, probably. I can't do it. I can't ditch them. Do you know what? Here's the thing. I'm actually going to keep these. I'm going to keep these. And I'm going to keep these pixie ones because I really like these. I mean, I think this one was one of my most used. This again is like just a super clear. Just the hint of nothingness. And then this, unlike the stone from whatever that was, I want to say Maybelline, this looks like it's going to have the same kind of color, but it doesn't. This I'm definitely keeping. And with that in mind, because I can't keep everything, and this is just stupid, I'm going to get rid of the Fenty ones. Because these I don't like as much. These, I like a bit of a stickiness to my gloss. I like a gloss that's going to stay on my lips. And I feel like I don't get that quite with these. So listen, I'm making cuts. They're just not the cuts I thought I was going to make. I'm making cuts. I do have this Fenty gloss, which, let's be real, I'm never going to wear. A pink gloss. I'm not going to do it, am I? Right, that is Ruby Milk. No. These ones, I know lip products, it's going to divide people, but I am putting them in my to be donated to in case someone wants it. If they, yeah, they kind of are blobby. The Fenty ones are not, they're not as good as, I'm not keeping them just because they're Fenty. I'm only keeping the stuff that is really good. And the only reason I was keeping that was because it was an expensive product, you know? But yeah, I'm going to put those in the thing, you know, for my close friends. They might not care. These are people who you would share lip products with on a night out, you know? Right, what else have I got? Any other glossy things? I'm starting to feel a little tingle now. I am starting to feel a little tingle. Oh, I've got this, which I can never get rid of. This is the, I can't believe they discontinued this. It is the Velvet Lip Glide from NARS Inbound. I still use this. It still smells fine. Again, it's a similar kind of, do you know what? It might not be a good tone for me anymore. It's kind of a mauvey, which I was all about when I had icy hair. That was my whole thing. And I'm realizing now warmer tones are better for me. I can't get rid of it. And that has literally been used in not that long. So I'm definitely keeping that. What else? What else? I feel like there are lip glosses in here and I'm not seeing them. Oh, I'll get rid of this. This is Tint and Pout from George. This was a lip oil. It was actually quite nice at the time. It's there. It's got a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of colour, but I don't need to keep that. That's unnecessary, and that's just to be trashed. That's like not worth passing on to someone. Okay, right. Well, let's just move on with some other things because I don't think there's anything else that fits into that specific category in this box, but I do have a lot of, this is like the smallest basket. I've got an enormous tray as well. It's too much. It's too much. Right. I should have categorized them ahead of time, but again, that was just something that was in my way. I am going to, as I go, just put all of the liquid lips in a separate pile because that needs to be its own separate thing. I have so many of them. There was a time where, oh, I can already tell you I'm getting rid of this. I don't know where this came from. It might have been sent to me at some point for like a Halloween thing. This is a NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in number 21. I don't know what the shade is. No, not a clue, but it is a colour I will never wear. I would wear that colour on my nails. And that is it. I have lots of balmy type things in here. And some of the stuff that I've got, I wish I saw it more, which is the whole purpose of this. I want to see these things, to use them, to know whether or not I have things. Because I often, I'm like, oh, I'll see something. I think, oh, I really like that. And I already have something that's like that, but I don't know because it's all in a drawer somewhere. I've got quite a few of these Burt's Bees lip shines that haven't been opened, I don't think. Oh, hang on, no, I tell a lie. That has been opened. Oh, I didn't even know I had this. That's nice. What's this one? Oh, my stomach's rumbling. That's quite loud. Oh, I don't like that one. That's too shiny. It's got a bit of metallicness to it. No, I'll put that in the donate pile, but I think I'm keeping this one. More like liquid lips. The matte liquid lip. I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of them because there was a point where it was everything I was collecting was a matte liquid lip. I was just obsessed. They were the moment, and I know they'll come back, but should they? Were they flattering? I don't know. I don't know that they were. I've got the Glossier Zip lipstick. Now I know somewhere out there I have the original. Is it this one? Yeah, I have the original of this. So I think this one is the original. Is it? I'm not sure, but I think it is. I think this is the original one. And I think it started to smell a bit weird, but it's really nice. It's a, like, how do you describe this? It's kind of silicone-y. So if you can see, it's like, and I bet that would be really nice on the cheeks as well. It is like a translucent matte balm. It's a really unusual texture. And I was starting to use it and was like, this is quite old. Rediscovered it, which is, you know, what we're doing now. And then I wanted to buy a new one. And I am like 99% sure. I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure that this was the new packaging. This thin tube. Please someone tell me if this is true. And then immediately it like fell out of the tube. Unless I'm thinking of it and it's the other way around. Maybe I am. I remember thinking when I bought it again, it wasn't the same. And I think you'll agree, these are not quite the same product. But I honestly don't know which way around it is. And I'm going to keep this one because maybe I'm misremembering it and this is actually a lot better now. Or maybe they made it worse. I don't know. But these are very specifically different. And if it's got the metal tube that it's in now, then you know that that's actually, my memory is not serving me. This is just going to be thrown away. So I'm going to keep that. I've got a couple of lip crayon type things in here. This is a High Shine lip cream from number 7. I can already tell you it's nice, it's fine, it's this one here. The only reason I would have kept this in the past is in case I need a lip product under a sit. My lips are really tingling now. Can you see a difference? It's not worth the discomfort for me, but I do think I can see something in them. My lips are already so, they can get so dry and irritated that I don't know why I would want to do something that would make that worse. But yeah, the only reason I would keep this is to be like, and here's something under this amount of money. So I don't need that. Don't need that, but someone else might need that. Not for that reason, but someone else might enjoy it. I have, oh, another one. Another example of that is this e.l.f. Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen. I bought this to compare it to, and this is a terrible colour for me. Awful. Oh my God, can you even, I would look so terrible in this. I actually don't know anyone that wouldn't, but they can feel free to try it. I bought that to compare it with the Hourglass, which have I got that in here somewhere? I might have it in my current, I can't wait to reorganise everything. At the moment, I have, this is my current makeup in this little basket. But I can't wait to reorganise so that my current makeup is in the drawer beneath me. Is this it? It's not, it's here. So it was to compare it to this Hourglass, which I will say has been like in that box, but look, the printing is coming off, which is not, I don't know. I expect more when something's expensive. So yeah, I was comparing it with this and it's very similar. The Hourglass is nicer. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but the Hourglass has got more, it's more shine. This looks thicker. It's got more stickiness to it. The Hourglass one is nicer. It's nicer to wear. It's nicer, I think, the look of it. But that is the reason that I purchased that. And so I don't need to keep it because I'm not doing that anymore. Unless I'm specifically, like at the moment, I'm looking for a dupe of the Kiehl's Avocado Eye Cream because I want a dupe of that eye cream. It's really expensive, and the rate at which I've been using eye cream, I don't want to be spending that kind of money. So I am actively looking for that dupe for myself. That's different. That's an actual consumer problem. This, I kind of want to keep it because I bought one for myself and for my friend, and it's fun. This is Coringo. I don't know if that's the name of the brand. It was an Asian brand that I bought from Yes Style. But look how fun. I think I'm going to put it in the graveyard. Although maybe I would actually get some use out of that because it's just a nice tint. It's a little on the orange side, but I'm going to put it in with the maybes. And then if it needs to go in the graveyard, it can later. Ooh, I've got this Merit. We're not going in any particular order here, but here we are. I've got this Merit lipstick in ginger. Signature lip. Totally forgot I had this. They sent me this, FYI. What do we think? Color-wise, it's probably not good for me, is it? Let's actually take this off and have a look. I haven't got, oh, here we go. It's like I haven't got a mirror to look up close. I had some chocolate cake earlier because it's Lee's birthday, so I had a little chocolate on my face. I don't know about that for me. I think I might have a friend who will appreciate this more, because I think that's too orange for me. What do you think? I'm going to put that to one, because you think that's a nice product. I'm going to put that to one side and let you vote on that, but it might be the one that goes to someone else. It's not like I haven't got drawers full of, it's a no, right, Peggy? I'll take your no. It's going. It's going. What else have I got in here? Oh, I mentioned this in my favorites, but I have recently rediscovered these. And apparently, because I thought, said with kindness, I hear you. Listen, we've got to be, this is tough stuff. And I need real, don't even need to be constructive. Just no. I need someone else to say no. Apparently these were discontinued, but they're being re-released as like a new version of these, and they are the Revlon Super Lustrous. Love. I have been wearing these non-stop. Just lip liner, overlining, and then one swipe. Obsessed. Another thing that did push me to my lips are still tingling, and I've taken the lip stuff off. They are still tingling now. I've got some lip balm here, which I may need in between many swatches. What was I saying? Oh, one of the things that was pushing me. Oh, hi. Hi, Luke, train boy. Fun fact, Luke, I plan trains for a living. Freight trains. So, you know, welcome. It's got nothing to do with this channel, but that is what I do. I was also motivated by, if I do all of this and if I finally finish my declutter, I'm allowed to buy myself some new things, because I was on a no buy for all of October, and I was pretty successful. I did let myself down right at the last minute and bought myself a wig at Halloween that I never even wore, but you know, for the most part, it was a success. Right, I've pulled out the lip products that are in my current makeup. Feels like a good idea. I have a Merit lip oil in here that I'm definitely going to keep. This one is, again, similar to the other ones, like not a tremendous amount of color, but it's nice to have when my lips are dry, and especially at this time of year. It's just nice to have just like a little wash of something that feels like it's hydrating my lips. I do really like that. I mean, it's probably not anywhere near worth what they charge for it, 'cause it's just a lip oil. And are you really going to know the difference? But it is nice to have. The Fenty Beauty Balm. I do like this. It's called the Pro Kisser in Latte Lips. Milo loved this so much that I ended up buying him the clear version, because he really liked the way that you apply this, and it's just a lip balm. But that's this color here. I'm definitely keeping that for all of the same reasons. And the other thing I have in there is this, which I don't know if I need to keep this because I have so many glosses. This is just like a full-on, really thick. I mean, maybe I do, because it does. There's nothing else that I have that is this. And it is the gloopiest. This one, the gloopiest, just clear gloss. I think I'm going to keep it because I don't have another fully clear gloss. And this, again, I mean, I may do another pass of these things, but first pass, I'm keeping them. I mean, they were all in my regular makeup drawer anyway, so not really a shock. Right, let's get back into the stuff that I feel like I can actually get rid of. This is a Pixie Lip Glow in Ruby, which again, similar to the other things, This is like a kind of a balmy stick. It's not for me. Has this even got anything left in it? No, not really. I'm gonna put that aside for my empties. Let's have a chat about the Elizabeth Arden lip balm next month. I have a few of these, and I know I already decluttered them, but maybe we need to swatch these and see how similar they actually are, because I've got, yes, Tracy, this is part of the big declutter. This is, I just have to start. I think I have some more in the big. I do. At what point are they too similar? But I know that I have had them that I have decluttered, she says, finding more and more, that I wish I hadn't. But that might have been the liquid lip version. This might be too many of these. I was contemplating recently fully shutting down my blog, because I pay something crazy like £25 a month to host a blog that I really don't use anymore. I don't think anybody visits. It's a pointless exercise. And then I think of things like, I did such an extensive, I didn't find the blush yet, no. By May, time will tell. I did such an extensive post on these that when you Googled them, I don't know about now because my SEO is all out of whack. I moved things over and it all went to shit, basically. But when you Googled them, this was the first post that came up, and that was really exciting. And the pictures were great, and it took me such a long time to edit all of the names and stuff like that. It's kind of sad. Maybe I'll try to move over some of my, like, maybe we'll do like an archive, like once a week I'll somehow repurpose the content that was on my blog onto Instagram so that it lives still there, and then I can just eventually close down the blog. Maybe. I did like 30 lips in 30 days, all of that stuff. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to think of deleting more than a decade's worth of work effectively, and it will just go away. But this is where we are. Right, do I even need to swatch these? I have pictures of them swatched. I think I might swatch these on my face, because that's really the most important thing, isn't it? How well do they go with my face? That's the thing. I mean, that feels like a winner. I like a corally peach, but then this is also a corally peach. What is this one? Cabana. That one was Angel. This is Cabana. Oh, Cabana felt a little bit dry. Listen, is it just me that finds this difficult? Probably. Cabana, I'm making a choice. Cabana goes. Baby. I do like it. I do like it. Stays for now. Stays for now. What is this one? Cali Rose. The eye patches being green may sway the eye. Ho, ho, ho. It's gone. It's gone. I could probably do with the space anyway. Oh, this one feels like it's getting a little bit dry, but that might just be because it's not been used for a while. See, that's a little bit too mauve now. Worked for me at a time, but no. Right. It's going, and then we'll do 4 on the other side. These are a bit brighter, so this feels like we're going to war in like some kind of strange beauty universe. Said with kindness. Love it. Said with kindness. I think that's too much. That is watermelon. I don't think so. What is this one? Crush. I loved these at some time in my life, and now I just don't think they're colours for me. Right, gone. Regal. I feel like this is where I'm gonna like these ones. I mean, a nice pinkish, like soft red is always a good idea. And then I've also got cherry. Right. If I was only going to keep one of those two, because do I need both? Let's just see. imagine just happening upon this video. Never seen anything of mine before, and this is what you hop into. Imagine, I mean, maybe if it was last week, but this week, like, what? Okay, so similar but different. Look past the terrible application. Honestly, when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, how different are they? So this, oh, this is cherry. This is regal. Also, I don't think Ella would be interested, to be quite honest. They're not into lipsticks. Do you know what? Looking at these swatches, I would have said cherry. But looking at them on my actual mouth, I feel like this side, it's got a little bit more brightness. I think it's this side, although I might be swayed by this is my good side. This, right? Like, those swatches, I preferred that one, but on my mouth, it makes all the difference. So we're keeping regal, and I'm ditching cherry. Listen, no one's more shocked than me. Oh, I think I've got a little bit left of this cleanser. Yes, I think so too, and this is the whole thing. This is the whole thing. We're gonna just try and... This is my DIY face wipes. Just a wet cloth and a little pot of cleanser. I'm gonna end up looking like a clown by the end of the day. These towels are gonna need to go on a hot wash, that's for sure. Oh, and you can see, watching this live, why a video like this may feel daunting to film and edit, because there'd be lots of cutting, and because we're live, I'm not doing that. We're just going for it, and it really does help to have some you know, opinions as we go, because sometimes you're like, and then the worst thing, what if I get rid of something and then you guys are like, oh, I really liked that. Oh, Mac. Okay, I'm just gonna throw those in there for now. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with that right now. Well, obviously we're keeping this pink truffle. Do we remember? Revlon. Oh, the Revlon lip butter. She was the moment. Oh. And I absolutely loved this colour. Yes, yes, yes. Do you know what? These are actually really similar to, I would say more similar to the, you know, like the, wait, where did I put it? I'm really hoping I didn't put the hourglass, didn't throw the hourglass in somewhere that I shouldn't have. Well, it's not in front of me, so, oh, here it is. So, you know, like these that were the new kind of like glossy balm type things, that's actually the closest thing to I literally just said it a minute ago. Apple, I loved that too. The only one I've got left is pink truffle, but I had all of them. I was obsessed. Oh my God, what are they called? I literally just said it. Lip butter, Jesus. Closest thing to the lip butter. I already know I'm going to get rid of this because I'm not interested. You know what? I don't even think I swatched this. This is the Rouge Velvet lipstick. Bourjois, when it came back, I just don't care. I just don't care. I'm sure it's lovely, but it's just nothing about it makes me excited at all. I've got this in here. What is this? Uoma Feminist. Oh, it's a little mini. Look at that. Can you see that? It's got like, I don't think you'll be able to see, maybe from a distance. It's got like a finish to it that's almost like a holographic. This is not going to get picked up on my phone camera, but wow, wow, wow. Let me just see. Oh, I would never have thought this would be anything like this. Apparently NYX have done a dupe of the Hourglass one. The Hourglass, yeah, see, well, I've got an e.l.f. one in there. Loads of places have done a dupe. But I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I was just going to throw this in the not bothered. This is so nice. Wow. Like, it never, I would never, ever have imagined. Can you, like, even, look how glossy it is. It's not colour. It's still really sheer, but it's so glossy. Oh, I'm excited about that one. That's a really, like, that's a good night out one. That's a definite keeper. Yes. Oh, Mac is going in there for now. I did actually do a major, this can go, this is not my colour at all. Back Talk from Urban Decay. There was a moment where I was collecting these because they're so, I mean, I love it. It's so beautiful, but it's not my colour. It's not even a little bit my colour. Like, look. It's too, no, it's too blue. But they are a really nice lip formula. I've also got this Charlotte Tilbury in here that's called Between the Sheets, and it is nice. I very rarely wear it. That's this one. Much nicer for me. Warmer, just really, really nice. I don't think they do this anymore. I'm going to keep it because I can't replace it if I decide that I made a mistake. This is the number 7 Hydroluminous Lip Balm in Caramel. I do like this one as well. There has to come a point where, like, even though I like things, I don't get to keep them. But I do think this is the hardest category because they're the most wearable and they're the ones that I'm most likely to get the most wear from. Like, I think I can be the most harsh with the bright colours and the crazy stuff that I might not wear on a regular basis. Oh, and these ones as well. The Bobbi Brown extra lip tints. This is Blackberry, which it sounds, I mean, it looks darker, but now I have to keep those. Oh, this is messy and I don't know why. Have to keep those 100%. Is this one that I haven't even opened this. I'm just going to put, this is another Burt's Bee lip balm. I'm going to put that in there. This I'm going to keep. It's the NARS Rykogen Satin Lip Pencil. We've got kind of a colour family going on here, but I use that a lot. What is this? Oh, this is the Beauty Pie lip that I bought, and then it 100% was not the colour. Everyone was saying, I don't think that's actually the right colour in the tube. I'm going to donate that to someone because I didn't love that texture and it definitely wasn't a good colour on me. Oh, I've got a lip gloss here that I'm going to put, I do still use this, but I'm going to put it in my graveyard. It's a Chrissy Teigen Becca Glow Gloss. And it probably is past its best at this point. So I'm going to put that in the graveyard. Oh, Jesus. But aggressively put it in the graveyard. Didn't want to stay. This one's really hard because this I bought as I saw Katie Holmes wear this on a magazine cover. I was like, I love it. She's obviously not the same colouring as me, but I really loved this. And when I got it, it was, well, let me put it on for you because it did not look like it looked on her, even a little bit. It's super bright. I mean, already, it's fully orange. I mean, I don't think this lighting is doing this justice at all because in this, it looks luminous orange. Never in a million years did I see Katie Holmes wear this and go, I have to have it, especially at Laura Mercier prices. But I think then afterwards, I was like, I've got to look this up. And I think I see, right, the cake, it does nothing at all. But I think that I saw after the fact that they wore it like not full coverage, not full like force. It was kind of blurred out. Oh my god, my stomach is rumbling so much. Like blurred out and then powdered over. So it was basically a completely different lip. And I don't hate that. But I'm never going to do that. So that's going in there. And that's really annoying because that was one of those like, oh, I really want that. And then it was such a disappointment. Right. I've nearly gone through. No, I have gone through this because we're putting all of the liquid lips to one side. Which I'll use that as the basket of liquid lips to one side. I have 2 or 3 more in this. And then we're getting into the big one. The big one. This is another one that I wore it a lot when I had really white hair. And I do like it. Again, I think there could be a time. But part of the thing with lipstick, I don't know about you, but I feel so self-conscious about lipstick. As soon as I'm wearing it, I'm like, oh, I hope it doesn't look terrible. And when I'm talking to people, I'm thinking, I hope my lipstick doesn't look terrible. I know that sounds awful, but it's in my mind. And so it really influences. Like if I wanted to wear a red lip for the Christmas party, for example, I'd be so aware of it. And I'd be checking it all the time. I definitely need a lip liner with this, but I'm not quite ready to let go of it because I loved it so much. And I think it has potential. It does have potential. I have something in here that I know is good and I forgot I had, and then I really wanted to try that Refi. I don't know if you guys have seen about it, but it's like, it was everywhere for me. The Refi lip blur thing. I think it's a liner. And then I thought, I think that's basically what this is. This is the L'Oreal matte lip crayon. I don't know if they even still make this. It's a few years ago I got it. And the colour I have is Caramel Blondie. I've got like an orange stain around my mouth now from that Laura Mercier one. It's very similar, like a kind of a silicone-y matte crayon. It's fairly forgiving. It's not like going into every line and dry area. And it kind of gives that matte, but what's the word? Like blurred kind of look. I'm keeping this. I do like this. I still have it in me that I want to still buy the Refi just to see how it compares. I don't think I do. I tell you what I really do want. I really want a face palette. I was so close to buying the one from Makeup Forever, then it kept going out of stock and I was like, no, I'm not going to buy it. And then it's permanent now. It seems like it's come back. And I'm like, oh, how much of it will I really use? I just love the idea of all my faces in one palette. I always have since does anybody else remember when FC UK did makeup? And in Boots, you bought all the individual pans and then you bought a thing to put them in. This was pretty early on, like it wasn't so much a thing. Yeah, I don't think that the L'Oreal one is available anymore, which is disappointing because it was really nice. But at the same time, maybe I should try the L'Oreal lip liners because it could be a fantastic lip liner and maybe they've brought it out in a new form. I just feel like they wouldn't have gotten rid of that product completely because it works. So it could just have been like, this works, but let's make it this, because it is called a crayon. Yeah, I've always loved that, like you put together your perfect whatever, but I don't know. Do you know what really appeals to me? The scent stuff. I know it's an MLM and we don't do MLMs, but I love the idea of it. I wish there was like a less MLM-y brand that would do that. Right, last thing in this box of things is the Clinique Black Honey, which looks so different on everyone. And can be built up. My problem with this is I bought it I do like this actually. I had it in my mind this was just terrible. It was like the Z palette, yes, but it wasn't that. Also the Z palette was for, like, I had so many of them. I had Z palettes, I had uni palettes, they were amazing. But they rely on you finding products to go in them or depotting things. I want to find a brand that I really like. Laura Mercier did it for a time. And I can buy, you know, like NARS or whatever. I can buy, maybe MAC, because MAC do that. Yeah, maybe it is MAC. And especially because from there I can do like variations of, like, they don't all have to be cream. Also, I think this makes me look washed out too. Like, the whole thing of this for me is it's supposed to be easy. Like, you don't need to do lip liner. It's just kind of like a Just Bitten. Do you remember those? Just Bitten. But it's kind of patchy. Like, looking at it on my mouth, without a liner, it's really focused the colour more so in the centre of my mouth. And so I don't have any definition, but it's not really giving me that Just Bitten look. I don't know. Also, I don't find it to be particularly hydrating. I'm going to hold on to it in spite of all of that because I haven't used it that much. I bought it this year and I used it a couple of times and I was like, oh. But I mean, already I've got still so many lip things in front of me, but we'll do a second pass. But I need to have this stuff so that I can use it and then be like, now we'll do another declutter. I've actually been using these things that I maybe haven't used in years. Because sometimes it's not just the swatch. The swatch can be like, yeah, I love it. And then in action, not so much, you know? I'm going to do a little bit of lip balm, a little bit of hydrating mist. In between. Okay, well, this is what we're keeping so far. I know it's not great, but this is what we're keeping so far. This is my basket of liquid lips. I think I'm going to find a lot of those in here, and they do feel like they're a category all of their own, and I can't be. Oh no. This did not have a lid on it. You can only imagine how much mess that can create. It's on a few things. It's on this. What is this? I think it's L'Oreal. This is Avant-Garde Intense Volume Matte. Intense Volume? Oh my god. Oh wow, I've never used this. Okay, I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to put that in my donate pile because I'm already going to have way too many red lips to choose between. I'll give someone something brand new. Red is things like this. Where did I get this from? I don't know, but I can't get rid of this. Look how beautiful, right? So this is a little Givenchy lipstick in a box. What? Where did this come from? A little tiny, unused. That's going in the makeup graveyard. That's like a collectible. It's got that tiny little tissue paper inside. How can I get rid of that? I can't. I also have some really cute stuff in here like this. This is Paul and Joe. Did I use this? Yeah, I did use this. But I feel like I can't get rid of this. Again, feels like a collector's item. This is you could replace, I suppose I could just keep this. I don't need to keep the lipstick, but why, you know, it's not taking up any more space. I have a few things like this, have had, because I've pretty much gone through everything else, a few things like this in my collection, and I find it really difficult to get rid of. Special packaging, we're going to have a lot of MAC. I think all the special packaging MAC, I just might put it all straight into the to be kept. And then just take that out of the equation because I can't remember the last time I picked up any of those. Let's do that now. So it's going to be fun. Right. let's do all the special edition MAC stuff because you know you want to. This is Goddess of the Sea. Should we? Oh, I can't Google it because I'm on my phone. If anyone feels like Googling it as we go, what collections these were from. This is, it's got like water droplets on it. I actually saw this on something recently and people were going crazy for it. I'm like, MAC did this years ago. And the colour is not a colour I would ever wear. I used to buy these just because I loved the packaging. When would I ever wear that? It's full purple. It's a no. I think some of my first ever, I worked in Debenhams, Christmas 2010. I started my YouTube channel in 2010 and I started to work in Urban Decay in 2010. I actually got that job by sending, God, that lipstick is everywhere. It's just a little bit on everything. Sending some videos I'd done and blog posts comparing Too Faced and Urban Decay, which I didn't know at the time were owned by the same company, and that's why there were so many similarities. That's how I got that job. I was the manager of the counter of Urban Decay in Meadowhall in Debenhams, and I got that job through Gumtree. It was the maddest thing. I went to the interview, asked various questions, one of which was like, what about shifts? And I remember him saying, well, you know, you'll decide that. I did not know I was the manager until I got there on my first day. I had no retail experience apart from like 6 months when I was 16, which was 10 years prior. It was the craziest job I've ever had. Anyway, while I was there, I used to get 10% off beauty just as standard, which it feels like 2014 sounds right. Sounds like something that we would just get all the time now. 10% off beauty is just like, yeah, you can probably find that code somewhere. You'd never pay full price for things. But then it was a big deal. So the first collection was Venomous Villains. This would have been 2010. This is, I want to say it's Bite of an Apple. Oh no, Bite of an Apple is different. This is Toxic Tail. And I did wear this. I did. Do you know what? Also, to give myself a little break, when I did work at Urban Decay, we had Alluring Aquatic Collection. Yes, that's totally what it was called. We had to wear purple, silver, black. They were our colours. We had to have nail polish that was purple, silver or black. That was like the colours of Urban Decay. You had to do that. And so maybe I bought that purple lipstick actually thinking I would wear it. I don't know. But this I did wear. That kind of, I was very into like coral. I was. Okay. But I'm putting it in the graveyard because it's been a very long time. And I'll know where it is if I ever want it. This is another one. And I was so cross with myself for ever using this because it was such a disappointment. This was the Mariah collection. The lipstick is called Darling with several H's. It's got a butterfly. How beautiful. And I only wore this once and I wore it to see Mariah Carey in concert. I do also have in here somewhere, here we go, something else from that collection. Do I have, oh, I have other things from the Aquatic collection as well. No regrets, zero regrets. This was also from the Aquatic collection. Should we do like a whole video on, oh, by the end of this, once we've totally finished, I think I did say I was going to do a makeup graveyard video. And we will. So we'll kind of skim through a few of these because I will do that at some point. Oh, the Kelly Osbourne. So this was Kelly Yum Yum, which is like Candy Yum Yum. Totally crazy, super bright. Oh, I didn't swatch the Mariah one for you. It's terrible. It's like really horribly pale. Like concealer lips. And it's quite opaque as well. It's not good. It's not good. Rihanna had a collection. Retro Matte Riri Woo, which is like Ruby Woo, but a little bit different. Again, I did wear that book. Haven't in a long time, and really the only reason I'm holding on to it is I think the MAC ones are going to be the hardest to get rid of. So if I just take those out of the equation, then maybe it will be easier to truly just be like, I'm only keeping... Oh, this was a Christmas collection. Saucy Little Darling. Of course. And another pink. I did, oh, that's a nice one, actually. That's a nice, it just went on nicely. I did like a Christmas collection, and I wore a lot of bright pinks. I was very into, oh, what was she called? I still follow her. Candy Johnson. She wore really nice. She used to wear Impassioned, and she totally switched me on to wearing very bright lips. It was a different time. It was a different time. Oh, this is another one. No faux pas. This is not as exciting. This packaging is just like kind of glittery and shiny, but it's nowhere near as exciting as the other ones. Again, kind of a purpley one. Oh, no. Can we just never wear these colours now? I think I was more, I was definitely more adventurous makeup-wise. 100%. Oh, like really, really. I think there are more in here. I've got another collector's edition here from Paul and Joe, which is, I think it's just called number 6. Oh, but look how cute. Everything from them is absolutely amazing. Like all the little details in the packaging. And then look, this has never been used. I think that might be the cat from Magic Roundabout. It's so cute. Makeup packaging. I'm just a sucker for it, and particularly for lipsticks. You don't remember Paul and Joe? Paul and Joe's still a thing. I think it's a, I was gonna say I think it's a French brand, but it might be somewhere between a French brand and an Asian brand. I don't know why I think it's a French brand. Also, why am I holding this, but not the other half of it? Oh, there it is. Oh, do you know what? I think I was wrong. I think this is the new Glossier packaging, which does make sense because the other one's not as nice. This is another one of those, and it's called Jam. Again, a purple colour. Who do I think I am? That is going in the donate. I've got quite a few of these. Glossier. These were so of a moment, weren't they? Like everybody had them. And these are all just going to be thrown because I just don't know when I'm ever going to wear these again. I know Glossier's kind of had, it's been ticking over. For some people it never went away, but for some people it's kind of had a bit of a resurgence recently, and I think I might place an order. I might see. Oh, my problem with throwing things in these boxes is sometimes the caps come off. That is a problem. What else do we have? Oh, I remember liking this collection, Rich Truffle. But again, in all of the things, oh, that's quite beige. No. In all the things that I'm keeping, I have to try to only keep the things that I know for sure I'm going to wear or I'm excited about. What is this? Gen C. Oh, packaging is a bit stiff. I quite like the packaging. It's a bit different, but it's pretty stiff. Oh, no, I'm not excited about it. And that actually, I don't like the packaging. I like it in theory, but it's not nice in the hands. Everything's just got a little bit of red lipstick on it. These were, where have I got one? Here we go. So if you remember the Revlon Colour Burst, what were they called? Were they just called matte balms? I think they were like matte balms and glossy balms. I had this, and I had one, I want to say it was called like Unapologetic. What's this one called? I don't know. Is this one Unapologetic? I think it was more pink. Oh no, this is it. Unapologetic. So I wore this to death. And I used to put it on my lips and then mix it in with other colors, and it kind of like blended together. This is going in the graveyard. And then when they released these ones, they were this is Revlon, this is Maybelline. This was a very similar situation. I really like these. I know we weren't going to get into the liquid lips, but we'll just talk about these. I really like these. And then I would get like a little bit of another colour and just like dab it in a little bit. And then blend it out once it was on my lips. Blend it out to make like a new colour. I do like these. I like the formula of them. As liquid lips go, they are not too drying. I'm going to keep this. Although it's quite pink, I am going to keep that. I think I have some others of that in here as well. This I don't need to keep. This is too pale. This is like, I mean, if you, is it too pale? It is. It is. I think I probably used that a lot for blending them together. I just clearly had more time on my hands, or I was feeling a little bit more adventurous. I also don't need to be keeping this super dark colour because I'm just not going to wear it. This is another one, the matte melted Too Faced. What possessed me to buy it in the most vibrant pink in existence? I will never know. I will never know. I don't even think I wore that one time. I hope I bought that from an outlet, because otherwise, what was happening? This is another one from Smashbox that I loved. I really had a moment with Smashbox when I had my very blonde hair. I wore a lot of pink. It's cute, but that might be for the trash, to be honest. The texture of it feels a little off. Okay, I'll get rid of it. Topshop. I might have bought this when they were like closing down. Oh, I quite like that actually. I mean, obviously, I would have. It's like quite a pale coral. I'm gonna put this over the top of that one. I can see why I thought this might work, but no. Oh, another one. Melted latex from Too Faced. This is a mini, which makes me think I maybe got it in a set. But this is even worse. This is like a really gloopy, shiny liquid lip, which is going to be so much messier than a matte liquid lip. No. No. Ooh, I really liked this. I feel like this wasn't even that long ago. Time goes too quickly. The NYX Liquid Suede. I don't know what shade this is. 02. Life's a Beach. Life's a Beach. See, this was, I had a particular color. I went for like a coral for a long time. Not anymore. This I remember really liking. Why are we, okay. We're fair game with these things now. So I have a few things that are kind of similar. There was something similar to this that I got from Sephora years and years and years ago. And this is the thing that sticks in my head of like, you will regret decluttering, because I know I had it. I know I liked it. And at some point I decided to get rid of it. And I think there will have been times in the past where I've decluttered things because you can't buy them anymore. And so I couldn't talk about something that was no longer available because I can't link to it. People will get annoyed. That is one of the things that I'm cross with myself about, because I've not held on to some things that I would have really liked to as a personal individual consumer, because I was only looking at makeup from the perspective of content, you know, annoying. So I know I've gotten rid of things that I wish I hadn't, and that does live in my memory when I'm trying to be brutal. But I don't think I need to keep both of these because they're very similar. They are the L'Oreal. Let's go to the face. I'm running out of space on my hand. This is the L'Oreal. I'm pretty sure neither of these. Oh no, I think maybe one of them is still available. Hollywood Beige Liquid Lipstick. This is, I did really like this. It's maybe a little bit too orange. Lip paint in matte. It's obviously probably a little bit too old as well. And then this is the Powder Lip Cream from NYX. And it's a similar thing. It's kind of like the lip. I'm definitely keeping this one. This is really nice. It's like the matte lip cream from NYX, but in a different applicator. I do think that that's a little bit clogged. Might need washing, if you can even do that. but it allows you to kind of smudge it out the way you apply it with this sponge tip. Allows you to kind of smudge it out and like do, again, that kind of blurred lip. I do really like that. That is staying. This is gonna go. Soap and Glory Pillow Plump XXL. Absolutely not. Shall we swatch some of these Sephora lip creams? I think we will. Also, I know I have more of them, and when it comes to doing this stuff, I'm like, oh, I need to wait until I've got them all available to me. But I don't, because if I do that, if I wait, it means I'll never do it, because I will never have them all at the same time available. Wow, some of these lip products, they've got staying power. They've got staying power. Right, I do. There's another Sephora lip cream. Any more? At a glance? No. Okay, so these are really nice. I do rate these. Let's start with the palest one. This is number, where is that? 70. I didn't know where I was looking. Number 70. So this is just a really nice kind of rosy nude, very wearable. This is a bit too beige. This is 72, but again, they do blend quite nicely with each other. But if you look at, I can't keep that. That's a no. That's a hard no. This was one that I wore a ton. This is number 3. And whenever I wore this, people would ask me about it. But you couldn't get it at the time because Sephora was not available in the UK. Pretty bright, but it like dries down and it's a very nice colour. And then I would say my most worn red, that does not close properly. My most worn red of all is number 1 from this range. Because if you just wear it thin, it just, oh, look how gorgeous that is. It's a real fire engine red. I'm keeping everything but the beige one. I'm actually gonna. No, I'm not. There we go. I'm gonna put that on if I can find, and just see if I can put it on. Oh no, I'm going to put the coral one on. Where am I putting the ones that I want to keep? What did I just do with the things that I had in my hand? I swear to God, this is my entire life. Like, what happened to that thing I was holding? Right, I'm going to put the coral one on so you can see what I mean. It just has something. Or maybe I'll put it on and be like, oh, this is not what I remember. It's awful. Also, I hope no one comes to my door while I'm doing this, because I look insane. I think that liquid lips had such a moment because at that time, lip liner wasn't really a thing. It wasn't like what it is now. So liquid lips were like the way that we were kind of first really like just slightly overlining and defining in a new way, like a whole new generation. Oh, I love it. No, 100% a keeper, 100%. It's just good. Every now and then, it doesn't hurt to remind yourself you can wear a little bit of colour because it brings colour to your face. Literally brings colour to your face. Wow, I forgot all about this. I've got a cold patch on my back. Just got a bit skewy. I forgot this even existed. Lana Lips. I'm going to trash that. I have another one of the little mini Fenties in here, which I don't need to keep because it's just like a little hint of colour, and as we've discussed, I already have a million of those. Another Smashbox. This is a Fireball matte. This was a really nice red, like an orangey red. Oh my God. That's not a nice red for me. Look at this. I don't think that's a good red for me. Maybe. But I think it's too orange. But I remember that being great. See, we need to reassess. You know, like when there's the thing at the moment where people talk about, like, what is my blindness? What is my thing that I can't see? Maybe part of that is when you've done something for a really long time, you don't reassess. You're like, oh no, this suits me. And then things change. You know, I think that especially as we age, we kind of lose a little bit of color in our faces. We kind of do get a little bit grayer. And things change. We look different. And our hair color changes. That makes a big difference. The things that we're wearing look different. We need to reassess the makeup that we're wearing because maybe it doesn't look great anymore. Plus, you know, trends, etc. Let me just see what I've missed. Have you ever had makeup on for Halloween? Yeah, somewhere in amongst all of this, I do have a palette somewhere. Lip creams tend to stay really well, but if you need to reapply, yes, completely agree. Remove it and put it back on again. There are some that work okay. In fact, speaking of Smashbox, I do have something in here. We'll get to it. That did used to reapply quite nicely on top of each other. It's because it never totally set. That was the thing. The ones that were the best were like never totally 100% set. Right, these were sent to me and I never really liked them. They're the Fenty, what are they called? Poutsicle. This is Strawberry Sangria. I think my issue with these is they're kind of trying to be something that already existed and went away. This is Berry Banger. The thing that existed and went away. I also still have those. They will be going in the graveyard. And My Type, which is M-A-I, like Mai Tai. And the colours, I don't dislike the colours, but what they are, I'm going to throw all of these in my to be donated pile. What they are is a poor version of these. If you remember these, I used to have so many of them. I might have decluttered them down to just a couple now because I was obsessed with these. These are the YSL Glossy stains. This one is called the Vinyl Cream. This was a new version. This was the glossy stain. And they're a similar situation where they basically, oh my goodness, that is not the colour that used to be. The only thing that's left in there now is gold. I don't know what colour this used to be. Not a clue. But definitely that's gone off. That used to be like a red. You can kind of see what was red. And now it's just gold. That's hilarious. So that's going into the makeup graveyard. It was going anyway, but particularly now. Let's see what this one's got left. Oof, a very darkness. So the idea behind these, if you can't remember them, is they used to... It was like a liquid lip, but this was pre-velvet liquid lip. This was pre-matte liquid lips. It was a liquid lip, and it was shiny. So have you ever used lip coat? When you used to put your lipstick on, and then you put the lip coat on, which was almost like nail polish. It was like a top coat for your lips, and it kind of left a film on your lips that was a little bit shiny, and it made it so that it didn't rub off. This was, again, pre-velvet matte lips. So this was like the closest you could get. The glossy stain was kind of like that, but it was all built in within the product, and it left kind of a film that you could touch, and it was dry, but it looked wet. It looked glossy. So it was still touch proof. It was still smudge proof, but it looked glossy. It was nice, and I really did like it. But in hindsight, it was a little bit dry, and it wasn't particularly flattering. It had its day, it had its moment, the same as the velvet ones did afterwards. But what happened was, obviously, lots of other places tried to dupe them. And since then, they've done similar things, like the Fenty one. That's basically what this is kind of trying to be. They were like stains, but although this is slightly different because these aren't dry, but they were stains, so they did leave a stain behind. They just weren't for me. Just not my thing, you know? Whereas these ones were like, they dried. It was a different kettle of fish. Man, what a time to be alive. Also, I think someone just said that Elf duped the YSL glossy stains. Current day, again, part of me is like, oh, I'll have to try that. But you know what? I don't have to try that, actually. I don't. Nothing about me wants to go back to the glossy stain era. I don't think that would be flattering on my lips these days. I don't think it probably was then. So even if they've done the most amazing dupe, I don't think I'm actually interested in the YSL original anymore. But, you know, it had its day. I was obsessed. I did full videos. You can probably I never take videos down. They'll still definitely be there. It's just not for me anymore. Speaking of, I also have this in here. Oh, I've got another YSL. That's another glossy stain. To the graveyard. This is a matte lip from YSL. Oh, I loved this. Was such a funky look. It was so unusual. Again, it's all about the packaging. Oh, I might keep this because this still looks really nice. This still applies nicely. It still smells good. I'm gonna keep that. And we'll see. I'm gonna keep that. Something that I'm not sure I'm gonna keep. I have 2 of these, and every time I've worn them, I've been disappointed, and I don't know why I ended up getting 2. This is the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment. I've got American Woman. I really like the color of this. Would like this in a lipstick. I think they do it. And Under My Thumb. So Under My Thumb is like super dark, and it's like inky. And you can, as I put it on my hand, it immediately bled out. Can you see that? It like bled into the lines on my hand. So on your lips, that's not going to be great. But it also is, it's difficult to apply a very thin layer of this because it's like, you can't really like wipe it off the applicator that it comes with. And so not being able to apply a thin layer makes it so that the whole thing is quite thick. What I might try, because it is in theory nice, I might try and put it on a different way. I swear to God, if the postman comes, I'm going to think I've been playing dress up. I mean, like, what goes on in that house? I always used to say this about the school run, that I used to drop the kids off in the morning, just in whatever state I managed to get out of the house in. And then I would be filming videos and taking pictures for my blog all day. And I would end up coming back to school looking like I used to say, like I'd been having an affair. Because that's kind of what it feels like. Like you come back and you're a different person in the afternoon. Right, I'm going to just apply the smallest amount. And then because I feel like it could work like this. Because it is. It's called a power matte pigment for a reason. It is like pow. Maybe I'm going to keep these ones because I actually think these have been discontinued. There is the potential. And then let me put over the top. Whoop. Let me put over the top something. Do you know what might look really nice over the top of this? Which I've already lost. You know that tiny little lipstick that I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. What did I, oh, here it is. I literally had it in my hand. This might look really nice over the top of it because it's not really got a lot of colour, if any. And then the NARS, in theory, is like stain pot. I was like, that's your colour, that's your stain. But then you can apply a lip balm or something glossy on top for the hydration, because otherwise it's going to look really dry. I'm going to keep those, and I'm going to play around with it a little bit, because I do, and I really like the colour of them, but it's just really too much product comes off the thing. We still have so many, but we're powering through. I'm going to keep this. This was, I don't know if you know, but Jane from British Beauty Blogger did a collab with Marks and Spencer years and years and years ago, and I loved it. It was like a little eyeshadow palette. There was like a trio of crayons, and this crayon I used to death. It's another coral orangey colour. Who told me that this looked good on me? Because I never stopped wearing it. This was called Selfie. I don't know how long ago this was, but that's going in the graveyard, because that is a core memory. These I'm going to get rid of. These are Pixie liquid lips, and in the grand scheme, I'm not. Oh, and this one as well. This NARS glossy liquid lip is awful. I don't know why I bought this. Valencia is the colour. And once again, it's a coral, but it's like so messy. It's really gloopy. No. This was the Smashbox one that I was talking about that used to work really well. Like you could blend, you could put it on over the top of itself. I don't know if this is still a thing. I don't know if Smashbox is still a thing, actually. But this is completely dry. So that is just to be trashed. I did really like that. You had your day. You were really loved by me. Oh, you remember these? This is where we're going to get to the, like, I can't get rid of these things. And that is why the makeup graveyard exists. These were, can you believe? It's another coral. This is the Colour Drama Pencil, Intense Velvet Pencil. I tell you why I think they discontinued these. Because it's such a fantastic product. It's an actual crayon. The texture is a very creamy lip liner. These would last forever. And I think sometimes that's a problem. If people love a product, but they buy it and it lasts too long, it's not consumable enough for the brand. You're not going to be buying it often enough to make sense. And especially with it being in a crayon, it's going to last longer. And this one was called Keep It Glassy, Keep It Classy. Oh, I just loved them. Loved. Keep It Classy is a little bit too mauve for me to wear now. Otherwise, I totally would, because they're still really creamy. These are going in the graveyard, because these were definitely some of my most loved. I've got a couple of Colourpop things. Where's the other one gone? I was sure I'd seen another one. Maybe not. Maybe it'll appear later. This is called Solo. I know I have the other one because... Oh, maybe... Hang on. Is it already in the makeup graveyard? No, it's not. I know I have the other one because it smells terrible now, but I can't get rid of it because I loved it. So maybe I've already put it in a box somewhere. These were great. They were like an ultra matte and an ultra satin lip. Everyone went crazy for these. You had to order them online because you couldn't get them in the UK. I think you can more easily get them in the UK now. And they were such an unusual texture. This I'm not excited about. If I find the other one, I'm trying to remember what it was called because it was so... Again, I just used it and used it and used it. It was such a perfect nudie pink for my colouring. I'm certain we'll find it and it will be too blue. But for what I thought my colouring was, it was perfect. And it was another one of those that you could kind of like edge out a little bit. You give yourself a little bit more definition and you could reapply it on the top. It's just great. It was great, but it is no longer for this world. What is this? Oh, another unused L'Oreal. Again, I'm just going to throw that in because we don't need to be battling with things that haven't even been used. What is this one? Intense. It's Le Nude. I must have been sent these at some point. Oh, that is quite nice. Maybe a little bit dry. It's too mauve. Too mauve, too mauve. Mauve along. I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh, a tiny, tiny little hourglass. I think I got a Sephora lip thing one year at Christmas. Maybe what? Oh, that's really dry. Should we keep this just for cuteness? I'm going to keep it for cuteness, but it's totally dry. I think I got like a lip thing where you try all of the different little minis. Another one of the little mini Fenties. You put that in there to give away. Oh, another tiny little mini one. This is Giorgio Armani Rouge. Oh, but it's actually nude and it's brand new. I'll put that in the graveyard. Teeny tiny in the graveyard. I think every time I've opened that, I've probably gone, no, I can't do that. It's cute. Oh, another teeny one. This is No Competition from Benefit. Oh, Benefit. This is quite nice, actually. Probably would still wear that now, but I'm just going to keep the little minis because they're hardly taking up any space at all. And it's just cute. It's just cute, isn't it? Why wouldn't we keep those? I did just spot something that some of you are going to enjoy. And it's this. Dessert treats from Jessica Simpson. I bought this from eBay. You could not. Yeah, the little mini lip collection was cute, wasn't it? I don't know whether or not it's still a thing or we can get it in the UK. I don't know. I'm going to look. We couldn't get this in the UK for sure. I was obsessed with Jessica Simpson. Obsessed. And I bought this on eBay. This now definitely smells like Play-Doh. But all of her collection was edible. Which for a virgin was a weird choice. I don't know whether or not it was a brand that she had before or after the wedding, but it was a strange choice because they were definitely marketing Jessica Simpson as like a sex kitten that was saving herself for marriage. What a time. What a time to be alive. But this is definitely going in the graveyard. I've already been keeping that for way longer. I just can't get rid of it. I probably had it for like 20 years. Oh, I found another one. I knew I had more. I found another one of these. Is it the same colour? It's not the same colour, right? This is called Soloist. I've got another one. That's Amazonian. That's too dark. I don't know where I've been putting the ones that I'm keeping. Maybe this is the one that I found earlier. Because I think some things I just threw back in here. I think that's too brown. It's too brown. It's too brown at a time when I'm trying to make difficult choices. I've got a couple of these. I never was interested in these. I like the idea, you know, like the matte things where it was cute, like you could just kind of buff it on. But these, no. No, I'm just going to get rid of them. Lots of sticks. Makeup Gallery lip butter. What is this one? Oh, the Super Stylers. I love these. These are definitely discontinued. I really like these. I remember doing a blog post about them and they are fantastic. Which makes it difficult to get rid of them. I have more. They've survived all the declutters for a reason, but I don't need all that. I think that the red is really nice. Let's do a little. That's a nice red, and it's like a comfortable texture to wear. That's too beige, too dead. That one is called, what is that called? Heroic. I do feel like I liked that. I remember the name. Heroic, that's definitely a no. Elite. Too mauve. Major. This could be a winner. Oh, too warm. It's like Goldilocks. And then the last one, World Class. Ooh, that's a winner. We're keeping that one. Okay, well, I got rid of 3. I mean, that's pretty good going, I think. I've got, is this the same colour? Is this the same product? I don't know. This I quite like in theory. These are lip crayons, so like a pencil and a crayon in one, which is quite nice to have. But again, we haven't even gotten into lip liners, and that is another problem in itself. This I did really like. Do you remember this was so popular? Plum This Show, apparently this is called, which is a terrible name. Is that like am I missing something? What does that even mean? Plum This Show. Plum This Show. What is that like a joke of? I don't know. It's that this was so popular. The Stay Matte Liquid Lip from Rimmel rather, was really popular. But again, it's had its day. It's not something that I need to hold on to. It's had its moment. We need to leave it in the past. Let me just clean myself up a little bit. I was expecting to find more dark colours. I do have still a fair amount of lips to go in here, but I was expecting to find more of them. Also, I should have been putting all of the lips that I was getting rid of in one thing to show you at the end, to be like, ta-da! But, you know, I didn't. This I'm not even going to swatch. I know that that's the wrong colour. If you've been following along, we know this is wrong. I did like this, actually, the Sexy Mother Pucker from Soap and Glory, but it doesn't need to be anymore. I've got another old Topshop. This is going into the vault. Was it called Candy? Brighton Rock. Oh, into the vault, into the collection. I've got a few other things. Oh, just coral. What? Why? What is the thing? Even quite recently, I'm buying like tinted lips. Coral. A Clinique Whopping Watermelon. No. Oh, a tiny little. I had a larger one of this, and I think somewhere I do have a box of like, this is makeup that I'm not going to use, but I can't get rid of, because I'm sure I had a large one of these. This is what when Urban Decay first rebranded to kind of what we know it to be now, like in 2010, they changed their logo to this, and this was, it was such a cool thing, like all the metal and purple and stuff. But this was like a little mini lip gloss. The shade, what is the shade? I don't know. Is it on the front? I can't say, but it was called the Lip Junkie, and this cools and plumps. I also know that I had, oh, there it is, a more recent variation, which I'm keeping this for sure. I really like this. Is this also called a Lip Junkie? This is the Ultra Cushion Lip Gloss in Obsessed! Fact. Obsessed. These I loved. These were really comfortable matte lipsticks. I wore these a lot. And the only ones that stayed, because I think I had all of them, were these ones for a reason, because they're really nice reds. Reds are difficult, but I think that's why I've held on to so many of them, because it's hard to find a red that works, that looks nice. You're always like, what's the right... Maybe I'll put this on. Let me see. Oh, not so stained after all. Not so stained after all. Let's put on a half and half, because I can't keep both. Can't keep keeping both. I'm really getting to the bottom of this, though. I didn't think we'd get this far. Oh, this is not as red. Oh, it still smells so nice. It's like watermelon. Like original Maybelline Watershine watermelon. Okay. That's quite like a summer red, I would say. That one is Call the Shots. I do think I wore that a lot. And then this one is Take the Stage. But here, a lot more orange. I might keep Call the Shots because I think I have others that I've kept that are more like this. I might keep Call the Shots just because it is erring on the side of coral. It's got that slight coral to it, which, you know, just for the love, my apparent love of coral. I'll do that. Right. I'm going to pick out all of the MAC ones that I've got left, so that the collection in front of me is less overwhelming. Oh, we've got another special one. What was I thinking, honestly? Innocence beware. What I was thinking was I wanted the lipstick that had Cruella de Vil on it. So I got it. I wanted it. I got it. There was no, do we need it? Do I really want it? It was just a feeling. What is this? Oh, Bite Beauty. Another little mini. Oh, I'm going to get rid of this because I don't, you know, this like rubbery packaging just gets so gross. I'm going to get rid of that. That's to be thrown. Do you remember these? Ah, I'm going to keep one of these and it's going in the graveyard. Oh, I was just wondering where that little lid had come from, and it came from this. So maybe I'll keep, both of them. These are, do you remember these? Because this was like a lipstick that had, that doesn't really work anymore because I've worn one part down more than the other. This one's a little bit better. So if you see there, it's got like a darker shade. So the idea was it had like a built-in lip liner. So as you put it on your lips, it gave you a more defined edge. It was smart. It was a smart idea. The problem being that really the part of the lipstick that had the defined edge really needed to be a thicker texture, because, or like a harder texture, sorry, not a thicker texture, like a firmer texture, because you were obviously like angling it and then it wore down and then it just didn't work so well. Oh my goodness! Miners. So way back in the early YouTube days for me, I discovered a brand called Miners, and I have a friend who we still talk about the bronzer blusher blend to this day because it was so fantastic. And this, the matte factor. Maybe this is where my peach coral obsession first began. This is going straight in the graveyard. Wow. I loved Miners. Jesus. That was a little bit aggressive. I was just trying to still clean off the red lipstick that got all over everything. This shade is just called Coral. Now, it's actually a tinted balm, so it's not quite so bad, but it is called Coral. I'm going to keep that. That's the number 7 tinted balm. I'm also keeping this Bobbi Brown tinted balm, which is Bare Raspberry. Again, it looks like a pow colour, but it's not, because it's just a tinted. These are products that I will use up eventually. They're just easy. This one, however, I don't know if I was sent this or if I purchased it, but I remember being like, oh, I remember thinking it was going to be similar. Like, it looks like, oh, that's really red, but then it was a lot more red than I expected it to be. It's Jouer. Is Jouer still a thing? Because I don't hear anyone talk about Jouer anymore. Beauty Pat. Oh, what is this colour? This colour looks like it died. Doesn't it look like it's gone grey? Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know if it was always that colour or if it has turned grey, but that's going. Another, do you want to guess what colour it's going to be? That's right. Although weirdly, this is more orange. And oh my good God, that's full orange. My auntie had an orange lipstick, I remember, in the 90s, and it was exactly like that. I like the packaging of this, and this was when I was really getting into my tinted lip, like somewhere between a lip balm and a lipstick, tinted balm. I really like the packaging. Absolutely not. That is an insane colour for me. Sometimes I just think, what was I thinking? Maybe it's all online shopping, and then obviously in the UK you can't just be sending stuff back. We've got another one of these. Another one, unused. I'm terrible beauty blogger. Terrible. What is this one? Pixie. Oh, this is like a lip balmy thing as well. I mean, there's not a lot of colour to that. I'll never get rid of a lip balm. And it does feel like a lip balm, so I'll keep it. Wet n Wild. These were of a moment as well, weren't they? These, everyone loved these. What? This is all of the dead lip colours. No. I did like these. A lot of them I bought when I was in America. A lot of things I bought in America being like, oh, it's really exciting because you can't get this at home. But then I would never have bought it if it was at home. It's not a great reason to buy something. More Topshop lipsticks. I think I must have bought these when they were going out, when they were like done. I'm going to have like a party or something. I'm going to have people round. No. That Wet n Wild lipstick has gone in here where I can just see the lid. And it's one of those lipsticks that I shouldn't have just been throwing things in here with wild abandon. God, that travelled. Because I don't know where some of this... Like, I'm just seeing lids. Mistakes were made. This one's gonna have to be left out here because I do not know where that lid went, and I do not want to have people scrambling through a box of makeup with no lids on it. This is a weird one. Lancome pink powder. It's similar to the Revlon one I showed you, but it's like, oh, it's quite cute actually. So the stuff is in there, and then it goes like in there, and then you like dot it on. It is kind of cute. It's not like the cushion of the Revlon. This isn't a colour that I would use, but it is. Would I use this as a blush maybe? Maybe it's not a lip. It's called a matte shaker. I don't know. I'm going to put that in my graveyard for now because it's a really cute. And I do like to have like a mix of packaging. Like in another 10, 15 years, I'll be like, oh, this was so unusual for the time. And there are so many things that I wish I had from when I was a teenager. There was one particular thing that I really liked, and I'll never remember what it was called because I found similar things and they've got similar names, but it's not that. But it was either hard candy or Urban Decay. I think it was hard candy, and it was like a little silver thing. I could draw you it. I know exactly what it looked like, and it had a lid that you opened up, and then the whole thing came in two, and then on one half it was a mirror, and on the other half it had a little pot of concealer and a little pan of concealer and a little pan of lip gloss, and then on the ends, the thing that went down, it was a mascara. And what was the other thing? Unless it was concealer in the top and it was a lip gloss. Oh, it was a lip gloss and like a shimmery eyeshadow in a pan. It was a concealer and a mascara, and it was like a little pocket thing. And I've never been able to find, because I don't know quite what I'm looking for. I would like to be able to just draw it and be like, send this into the ethos. Can someone please find this? Because I know exactly what it looked like. And I loved that so much. Right, I've got a couple of Bobbi Brown liquid lips. I know I have these dotted around the house as well, so I have more of these. But I am going to keep them because I do really like them. They are nice products. The Bobbi Brown Crushed line, they crushed it. They really did. They are fantastic if you are in the market. While we're on that, these, I actually did buy these because they were so fantastic. When I tried one of them, I've also gifted them because they are, I don't even know if they're still available, Pure Colour Envy lipstick from Estee Lauder. Some of the most, this I'm not going to keep actually. This is not a colour for me at all. One of my friends will like that. But these are so pigmented that when I tried one, I think I bought this one. I think I bought the red. I was so in love with it. I was like, I'm going to buy another one. And it's rare that I would, because this is not exciting. This is the most boring lipstick I've ever owned. It's so boring. I'm not excited about buying something from Estee Lauder. I'm not excited about this packaging. I'm not excited about anything about it. But they were just so like saturated, and they lasted so well, even eating, drinking, whatever. They didn't dry out my lips. They're just a really nice formula. If they're still available, I really would recommend them. Something that I've gone back and forth over is this Tom Ford, which again I purchased and was super expensive. It's called Pussycat. It did last a really long time on the lips. It's like quite a comfortable matte, and it's a nice colour. Again, quite mauve. I'm not getting rid of this because it was so expensive, and I know I liked it. The packaging is quite nice. Although I will say, this feels nicer. There's a magnetic click to it that's a little bit nicer. Well, thanks, Jessica. This is I had this printed because I wanted something that said this, and I couldn't believe it didn't exist. So I have an Etsy shop called Shop Michaela, I think, and it's on there if you're interested. But there's definitely some, like, something satisfying about that. That's nicer than the Tom Ford. I've got a couple of Bobbi Brown ones, and I think one of these is like not to be used. It's like Sparkle Sparkle. It's not this one. I'll swatch this one in a second. I'm sure I've got one that's like, oh my god. It's this one. Oh my god. You're not even ready for this. And I don't know whether or not my phone is going to do it justice. I've got a friend who is obsessed with glitter. And honestly, this looks like AI. This looks like it's not a real product. Can you even tell how amazing this is? It's fully glitter. It's amazing. I have actually used it. Have I used it? No, I don't know if I have used it. I was sure I had. Now I'm like, I don't know. Looking, just like, it's mesmerizing. I don't know how they make that so amazing. Anyway, this was sent to me with one holiday collection one year, and I remember photographing it and just being like, wow. Ruby Slipper is what this is called. Luxe Jewel Lipstick. That's going in the graveyard. I'm never using that. I thought I had actually swatched it, and now I'm glad that I didn't. Right, this also kind of looks like it's never been used, which is weird. This is Cheeky Peach. I think I might like this one. This, is this? No, the glitter, I mean, I can't tell you because I've never used it, but the glitter isn't on the lipstick. It's like around the bullet. It is like, it's like a finish. You know, like how they'll do like a glitter on top of a powder, and once you've used it a few times, it's gone. It's like that, but it's just like all the way around the edge of the bullet. It's not, if you look at the top of the lipstick, it's kind of a shimmer. But then I'm sure there is like a little bit of an edge of glitter that when you put it on, it's there, but it's not really like the purpose. It's more of a, ooh. I'm sure it's more of a collectible than it is anything else. Right, I'm going to try this one. I'm kind of surprised I haven't got any other Bobbi Brown regular lipsticks in here, but the crushed ones are so nice. Is this just like all the other ones? Oh, wow. From Nashville. It's just like every other coral lipstick that I have decluttered. So I'm not keeping it just because it's Bobbi Brown. It's beautiful. It's beautiful packaging, but I'm never going to use it. And the whole point of this is that I want to be able to see what I've got and I want to use the things I have. This is going in the graveyard. 100%. I loved it. Loved. Is the other version? Yeah. The other thing I bought from there is also in the graveyard. This is Burberry makeup, which I don't think exists anymore. And again, look at the bullet. It's got like the Burberry check. This is nice. This is still smells good. It's got like a rose scent. It's actually pretty. I would still use that potentially, but it is no longer for this world, unfortunately. And again, I only ever bought that because it was in Boots, which was such a weird move. Why would they put Burberry makeup in Boots? I don't know. But I used to buy a lot of makeup from Boots because I was obsessed with the points. Obsessed. This I'm definitely keeping. Hitchhike from Urban Decay. This is a keeper for sure. It is exactly the right kind of like rusty, deep red nude, like a brick Like, this is such a good color on me, like in clothing, in everything. This is, I mean, obviously it looks weird with no makeup on, but it is a good one, I know for a fact. So we're keeping that, and I do really like the, I like the packaging of these as well. These are nice. These Urban Decay lipsticks are very nice. I think I'm going to get rid of this. This is the Powder Kiss liquid lip color in MAC, from MAC rather, in Over the Taupe. Lol. It's not a good color for me, actually. It's quite brown. I think I saw Sam Chapman wear this, and I was like, that looks amazing. But then she just looks amazing. And I think the whole thing of the powdery, you kind of need to work with it. It doesn't work as a regular liquid lip. A little bit like those NARS Power Mattes that I've kept. I think that they have the potential to be great, but not worn full whack. And that's kind of what I wanted this to be. So I'm going to get rid of it because I'm already keeping some other kind of potentially high maintenance products. The Kylie liquid lip, I'm just going to put that over this because it will completely eclipse it. This I'm keeping. I bought this in a set with a, what is it called? What is it called? Lip liner. And I wish I could have just got the lip liner on its own. I don't think they did it at the time. But it's great. I really like the colour. It's, I want to say Candy K. Candy K. It is just on the edge for me of too brown, but with the right makeup it works. I really like it, and I love the lip liners. I know that they do sell lip liners on their own. Speaking of Candy K, I have a Candy Cane chapstick I've never opened in here. I don't even know when I bought this, but that'll go in the keep. And randomly, this is the last thing before we get into MAC, I have an Essence Colour Up Shine On lipstick, which again I would have kept once upon a time to be like, here's makeup under this amount of money, but no more. Not necessary, no more. Right. This is now empty. This was full. Now we just have these. We've gotten so much further than I thought. Truly. Okay, I'm getting ready. Oh, I've also got Cherries in the Snow. Has fallen in here from Revlon, which is obviously a keeper. I mean, that's like, duh. I'm going to do so many face swatches. This is probably the time of day when I would get a visit from the postman, so this is probably dangerous, but here we are. Let me see if I can somehow work these into some kind of colour family. Right, High Tea and Hue, Viva Glam 5. Oh, that was my wedding lipstick. Viva Glam Nikki, that's Crazy Pink. Speak Louder, that's a pink. All Fired Up is a red. Oh, it's like the Generation Game. Whirl is like a deep nude. Maybe we'll put that. No, I think that lives there. Chatterbox is a pink. Angel is more in the nudes. Vegas Fault is like an orangey coral, but I can't get rid of it. Kind of sexy. So I think that probably deserves to be with like Whirl. Rebel is like a deep. Some of these, like I bought some kind of newer ones not so long ago, and then I just never ever wore them because I don't, there's too many of these. I don't know what I've got, and I think I'd probably quite like to get some of those clear lids you can get. I might see if I can find that. Right, are we ready? Because it's going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot. Again, I do think I did already do some decluttering of these, which was tough. Possibly I did that. Did I do that as its own video? Because I definitely did a blog post. I swatched every MAC lipstick that I own, so it's possible. Otherwise, I have them around the house somewhere. Okay, this is Viva Glam Nikki. This is a crazy colour, but it's going in the graveyard because this technically was a limited edition. Speak Louder. I think I possibly... It's cute, but I don't know. Do you know what? I don't have a lot of like just middle of the road pinks. I've got a lot of kind of nudes, a lot of red, that kind of thing. But I'll put this to one side because it might serve an area I'm underserved in. Chatterbox, another pink. That's too blue for me. Put that to a side. Vegas Vault. Vegas Vault's definitely going in the vault. Okay, that's like a peachy, too orange colour, but I'm keeping it because of the Vegas of it all. Why does that keep happening? Impassioned. This I definitely bought. I wore this a lot, and I bought this because of Candy Johnson. It's not as bright as I remember. It's not as like, I remember Impassioned being like, whoa, but compared to all the other ones, it's not like crazy. But I do think we can see here, they do have a thing for coral. I do. I don't know if I can get rid of them, honestly. I don't know if I can get rid of these. Maybe could I have like a separate area? Maybe if I got the clear lids. I'm even taking the Vegas Vault out of the vault because even though I don't think I'm ever going to wear it. No, I'll leave that one in the vault. I'll leave that one in the vault. But maybe the others, like this one, this one, this one, they're not definite no's. Maybe Impassioned. Okay, I'll put Impassioned in the vault. Impassioned goes in the vault. Right, what have we got? Red, all fired up. Like, I know I've got some other matte lipsticks for sure. Okay, I'm going to just get rid of that one because it wasn't particularly nice to apply. Although I do quite like the kind of like pinky redness. It's not for me. Ooh, Rebel. Like, I know I got Ruby Woo within the last couple of years. Where is that? I don't know. Rebel, no. Super popular, I know, but I'm not going to wear it. New York Apple, I'm keeping this in the vault for sure. It's like a metallic red. And again, the New York and the Vegas, have to keep it. Okay, so, yeah, that was a loser. But the pinks, I haven't kept really any of the crazy corals and the pinks. Not very many at all. And like I said before, this is like past one. Once I've done this, maybe we'll like after I've lived with them a little bit, after I've organized them all, maybe I'll make a final decision and we'll do like another one. Right, nudes. Faux was such a favorite. I loved this. I'm keeping that. Even though it is still like a little bit too mauve, a little bit too cool, I'm still keeping it. I don't care. I don't care. Viva Glam. Oof. This is going in the vault. That is a Viva Glam Gaga. What was she thinking? Viva Glam 5 was my wedding lipstick. Which I'll put it to one side. Put it to one side. I maybe would wear that. Hue. I think this is like Hue over the top of like a nice liner. It's too pale. It's too pale. I'm just going to get rid of it. Wait. I'll do it in the graveyard. I just have a bad feeling that a lot of MAC lipsticks have been discontinued. High Tea. No, it's too orange. It's too like a not orange, but like yellowy. And then Angel. Let's try that one. That's more pink, right? I feel like Angel was Kim Kardashian's color. I mean, I don't hate that over the right lip liner. Then we're getting into the deeper nudes. Taupe. Taupe is a no. Brave. Brave, I like. Brave, I like. I'm definitely going to order some of those clear tops because if I could see these, I would wear them. Velvet Teddy and Kind of Sexy I really liked. It's kind of dry, but I'm going to keep it. Whirl, I think this is going to be too dark. Yeah, 100%. I went on a bit of a tear trying to find, like, you know, like when Kylie Jenner's, I think she wore Whirl and Brave. Oh, Kind of Sexy, so yellow. Huh. Well, I'm going to put it in with my, I think I've done okay. I think at least it's like half. This is all of them. This is all the ones I'm going to have in my regular collection, which is not that bad. To say I had so many. I had 3 blog posts worth. I think that's pretty good going. I think if I had them stacked in a little thing so I could see them and I could see what the colours were and I actually remembered what the colours were, I'm more likely to actually use them, you know? Now what I've done is just smear lipstick all over my face. I think I'm going to need a face mask after this. I'm very glad to have. Oh, very glad to have oil to take it off with though, because my skin is going to thank me for that later. I feel like a full facial with steam is in order. Ugh. I'm still so cross that I can't remember what I did with the NARS blush. Like, it must be somewhere. I feel like it's just at my fingertips. Like, I just put them down there to just be careful, and then they were gone. Gone forever. But here we are. We finished. It's done. Oh, I also found Clarins Instant Light. I'll get rid of that. Of all of the lipstick that we started with, which was a lot, one very large tray and a small one. This is now, and this is not everything. Let's be realistic. I do have them scattered around the house, but that was the bulk of it. That was the overwhelming, oh my God, how am I ever going to go through all of this stuff? Apparently, live for 2 solid hours on YouTube is how I'm going to do it. You know, when I have things to do, I'm just going to put on a live and just talk to you while I do it. Because this body doubling thing totally works. It totally works. Well, I'm not 100%, like I said, once I start organizing things into drawers and stuff, I'm going to have another pass at decluttering once I've had these things to use in my collection and my collection is smaller. I'm going to give it another go and see if we can't get it down to less. But I feel good about this. It feels like a weight has been lifted. I will let you know when the next phase is going to be, because the next phase really is organizing. Because I've still got boxes and boxes of stuff in here that's like skincare, hair care, and that definitely feels like something. It feels like something we could do on another live. So thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company while I did this to really push me through. Wasn't it a walk down memory lane? Once I'm totally finished and I've cleared out absolutely everything, because I'm sure I'll find more things, then I'll do like a standalone video of like, maybe that should be a live, because that's like, if we actually prepare it in advance so more people can join us and walk down memory lane, we'll do like a makeup graveyard. That could be a really fun live. But yeah, thanks for joining me. It's been such a long time as well, those of you who've actually stayed with me since the beginning. Obviously it will be available to watch afterwards. And yeah, wait, what did I miss? Oh, you've inspired me to wear test my most glittery Too Faced lipstick ready for my work Christmas party. Working from home and no other makeup is on, so hopefully no one calls me. Yes, that is the time to do these things. That is the time. And I'm working from home all this week because our air conditioning is being fixed at work. So like, this is the time to play around with makeup and not worry quite so much about like, oh, how's it going to wear? What's it going to look like? It doesn't matter because it's just me. So yeah. Oh, this is it. This is it. Also, I bought myself. Oh, what's finally happening? What you've missed? I've literally been live for 2 hours, Emma, and I'm about to wrap it up. I've done my lip declutter. I bought these before I started any of the declutters. I bought these on Amazon. And my ideal was that everything that I decided to keep would fit within these four, because these fit quite nicely in an IKEA Kallax drawer. So that was the thought behind it. So now I'm going to just quickly slot all of these things. I'll have to organize them properly at some point, but I'll slot all of these things in here. And also, like, they can be organized. Oh, this is the fun part. Decluttering is not the fun part. That's like painful. The fun part is being able to like fit things into the slots, and you know, the organizing part afterwards is fun. Do you know, even with the lip gloss things, like individual lip products, because I was thinking just lipsticks, but even with the individual lip stuff, it might fit in here, you know, which is incredible. I specifically didn't get this out ahead of time because I didn't want to give myself like even more pressure to do something very specific, because it felt impossible. Before I started, it felt impossible. But everything feels impossible before you start, doesn't it? That's the thing. I'm not sure whether or not I'll be able to keep all these things standing. But I do think they will all fit in here. Wow. That's incredible. And I'm going to know what I've got. It's not going to be like an overwhelming amount of stuff. It's going to be a regular amount of stuff. I mean, probably not a regular amount of stuff, you know. Not an insane amount of stuff. Oh my God, it fits. It fits. This is crazy. With space. It fits with space. And you know what that means? I'll buy more things. Right, any more? Again, even I have other things that aren't in here, but look. I've got space. Quite a few spaces, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 spaces. What a world. And realistically, I don't actually think that this will... Let me see. I don't know if it will actually close with all these things stood up. It'd be amazing if it will. I'm so excited to finish this and like actually organize everything so that I can have things like to be chosen from every day when I'm getting ready, and it's not just like, oh my God, the drawer closed. The drawer closed. The specific storage that I bought for it works. Do you know? It's not a lot, and to a lot of people, it's nothing at all. But this feels like a win. This feels like we really achieved something today. I'm glad you were here for it. I'm glad you were here to come along on the journey. Now I'm going to go and put a face mask on because my face feels raw from all of the swatches I've done and then washed off. Thanks for those of you who joined me at the end, and I'm sorry that I'm leaving immediately, but I have been on for a while and the video will be available to watch once I'm gone. It'll probably just take a little while to process, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one, whatever it might be, and hopefully a little bit more organized than this one.